here we go, the story of the bulkhead repair, October 2022. This is the port or the left side bulkhead, and this next picture is the starboard or the right side bulkhead, and this is what takes the weight of the mast and the crossbeam. These are broken because of these two 2-inch holes drilled at the factory. Additional damage includes bulkhead separation from the upper deck on the starboard side and some separation that looks like it was repaired by the original owner where the aft crossbeam joins the hull floor. The repairs were all happening at the same time a major fire broke out in Forest Hill, California at our son and daughter-in-law's house called the Mosquito Fire. It was burning out of control and threatening Forest Hill, California, adding to the overall stress of this repair. Anyway, a few weeks before the repair was scheduled, we had Jared from the KKMI Boatyard come out to loosen the rigging, the shrouds here to ease the pressure on the bulkheads. He, goes from one side to the other, loosening them evenly so there's not too much pressure on the mast on one side or the other. There's some set screws, there's some set pins in there, and he's got to remember where all of them go and add some tape to the lines to make sure we can put them back to the right setting when it's time to put tension back on those lines. With these lines tight, it puts about 9 tons of pressure on the bulkheads. Looking at the specs, it's 2,500 kilograms per cable, which is about 5,500 pounds of tension on each cable, 2 cables per side. And one in the front. It's a complex job and it's a delicate job. So we've never adjusted these, which is why I know the problem isn't getting worse. The cables here have kept the same tension as far, at least in my estimation, over the 4 years that we've owned the boat. We've never had them touched, including when we had the boat taken out of the water in 2018 when we first bought it and had it inspected before this was a known problem. So it's quite a lot of work for Jared to do this, and we're post shakedown cruise, we're going to have the factory specs reset on all of these shrouds when we get back here in a month or so. As Jared walks back and forth here, you can see I've got yellow like trucker load straps down on the bow of the boat, and those were tightened up over the several weeks before bulkhead repair in an attempt to bring the hulls back in alignment, and we feel like they did. They came back several inches. So I think this helped a lot, and without taking the boat out of the water and letting it settle naturally, I think these straps around the bow did their job in putting the bulkheads as back into position as possible for this 2-week period, letting it settle down. It looked absolutely horrible, but we're hoping to get the thing repaired, and we're not about to make a fashion statement after all. So that was our 2-week pre-repair setting in and trying to reset things back to a more natural shape. So I took molding off the position where the bulkheads were and added basement jacks to take more weight off them in an attempt to put the crossbeams back in the right position. Over the 3-week period prior to the repair, these were all tightened daily. Masking tape was added to check progress. Day 1 of the repair, the broken piece of wood was cut out, the existing bulkhead that remained was aligned, and new pieces would be put in on either side of the bulkhead, and a plug was put in where the cut-out wood was. So this is the some of the wood going in on either side of the old bulkhead being put into place and glued with this Sika that was provided in the repair kit. While the starboard side sets, the port side is worked on in a similar way. The broken wood is cut out, replaced with a plug, and reinforcing wood is applied to either side of the old bulkhead. This side's been glued together a couple days ago, and that's the metal strip. They're going to finish that today. Except that I think I'm going to ask him for more wood down there. Okay.
Looks good.
Yep.
Want to be in jail or what?
Make you a star. Man, how you get it in there without getting everything all over everything? It's just... And then the shims are going to hold it. Okay. Here we go.
Careful with this, okay?
Yeah.
Don't make a mess.
Well, whatever I make a mess of, it's going to stick and stay forever, probably, huh? Bandit, stop your whining. With the bulkhead work setting up, we removed all the cabinetry in the owner's bathroom to reveal that gap, that separation in the upper deck that Miguel set some fiberglass over to repair.
Jeff, do you have to order a new net now?
Yes, because what Becky did.
How hard is it to put those on?
Wish I knew somebody with a sewing machine.
Looking at that. The sewing machine has nothing to do with your neck.
Wait,
Nothing.
Camera's going down.
drunken tree.
Drunken noodles.
Would that be a eucalyptus or a sequoia?
Oh, shit!
She can do handstands, I stand on her head, but she can't stand.
I can't stand on one foot. Hi.
I think we should
We're
go
in
out.
Facebook. Spare parts in my shower. This is the construction zone with the basement jack holding up temporary bulkhead. The new bulkhead is pretty much installed. The Sika is kind of drippy. I guess it's tough to work with, but progress is progress. Now we put the trim back on and everything should be good. Here's the last tube of Sikaflex. This is the port side bulkhead, pretty much finished. The new wood is on either side of the original bulkhead with its plug. It is straight and it's capped off with this piece of stainless steel, 1/4 inch, that holds all the wood in place, and it should be permanent and good and just needs to be finished with the crown molding on the outside again. Prepare for fiberglass, which is how it should be instead of glue. Rough things up. Now he's getting the glass. Didn't even put enough glue in there to even touch. Anyway, bad work. So I gotta fix it. Okay, we have now a fiberglass. This is how it should have been. Look at that. That's good work. I like that.
Nice work, yeah.
That is finely sealed, as it should have been at the factory.
Be warmer in here. Maybe not.
Right. No more generator sound.
That's true. Or the black that we get from the generator.
Or the air we get through there. Look at that. That's pretty. Hammering's coming from Emerald Sea. Right, we'll check the condition of the starboard bulkhead. Lights. And what do we got? We got, she's glued in. Glue's all set. He's got her. Well, that would have been nicer to have that little smoothed out, but maybe we'll grind her down when he's done. But it's in. Here's your cabinet backs. They're all done. He kept asking, is Mama gonna like this? Mama gonna like, so he's matched them pretty good. So made a pattern, very careful, very methodical. Nice to have our door back. So doing fiberglass first. Then we're done. There's your toe shot. Toe shot of the day. Emerald Sea Belly Scrub. So as a post note, the factory was only going to guarantee the repair if you used the local dealer for the repair. And I chose not to do that because I had bad vibes out of this local dealer and a rough reputation. Well, here we go. After the repair was already underway, I find this entry that my local dealer was actually convicted in the state of California for tax fraud. So going to prison for a year and having to repay $1.3 million in sales tax. So we got the guarantee anyway from the factory, thank goodness. But long story short, we dodged a bullet, I think.